Oh, I hit the button. Oh, hello guys, I'm the alien goddess. So I want to show you some magnetite that I came into being caretaker ownership of. This is not all of them. I have another piece inside but I made this is the moldavite Antares right here. I just made like a little crystal grid with them. So funnily enough, I'm gonna try to set this up. This matches a vision or flash or premonition that I seen in you can see my dog sleeping in one of my meditation sessions, where I literally, if you remember me talking about, it is buzzing, like it's making me shake. If you remember me talking about seeing a stone that looked sort of hematite-like, but it was connected to like craft, and I'll put the image up here of exactly, I had AI create an image from what I seen in my meditation. And this really links very well to that. It was a synchronicity type thing. This is just desert rose that I absolutely, where's the camera? This is desert rose that I absolutely adore. I almost bought a huge piece, maybe in the new house. But it was connected to like the backyard of my new house and stuff like that, and walking out in the backyard and seeing a stone that looks like this. And it is magnetic. I have a very tiny piece that's inside my quartz. I could not find any magnets anywhere because I have 3 children, 2 of them are boys, and they are like little chaos bringers, and stuff just goes missing and you never see it again, or it ends up in random places. But I did use the back of my iPhone, and I can stick the smallest piece so I got all of these shapes and sizes you see here. I can stick the tiniest piece, which is not in this grouping, it's in my quartz. Is that gonna stay? Okay. To the back of my phone. And I did a streak test. It doesn't streak red. If it's hematite, it'll usually streak red. This streaks like silvery gray, and it doesn't streak on paper, so it's not graphite. I was just out on a beautiful ranch because when my hubby goes and works on these wells, a lot of the time he takes me with him. And this was the first time that I looked down, and I know a little bit about minerals, and I was like, holy guacamole. Like, I seen it, and I noticed that it was like bubbly and ripply, which indicates like lava heat patterns in the stone that occurred, which right there you're like up my alley. You usually only see them in tektites like this moldavite. See the bubbles and the ripples from when it gets blown up into the atmosphere after the meteorite hits. And let me see, I have another. Here's one that has a bubble hole in it. It was literally just sitting outside, so it does have like some calcification built up on it. But as you can see right here, there's a clear indent bubble thing. See that? And see the smooth, like rounded edges on it? And it has like a purple red sheer to it. Let me see if I can find a better one with the ripples. I have a really good one with the ripples in it. Trying to remember which one it is. Which one were you? Anyways, while I look for this. And so I look down and I immediately notice that this is like bubbly, ripply. This is metallic. This is something special. And I felt as soon as we were around, I felt like this I don't know how to, I'm sensitive to like energies in the ground and all around me. So as soon as we went to this well, I was like, wow, this is different. And then I look down and I see I'm surrounded. So then I see one, then I see another one, then I see them all scattered, and they were on the surface, and it was by this well, the wellhead. So right underneath us, like 80 feet, is this huge underground, aquifer system. And I just love going out there. Like, it's just so pretty. It's so breathtaking. There's like red mountains, plateaus, like exposed rock that have like weather, like patterns in them. Just gorgeous. So I look down and I'm like, I immediately know they're special. I'm like, okay, this is some sort of hematite, which means it's probably magnetic, but it doesn't look like hematite to me. But even if it is, I'm really drawn to it, and I just start sticking it in my pocket. I'm like, my hubby's like, quit staring at the black stones and come help me. And I'm like mesmerized. And when it happened, I left the two biggest pieces. So there was like bigger pieces like this. And I left the two biggest pieces alone, and I just grabbed what you see here, and then a teeny tiny little piece, which is gorgeous. But I was just so drawn to them because immediately it's like I've discovered this stone. It just happened to, you can see right here, see the red on it? There you go. Like the iron, it's so heavy. When you're picking, this is like 10 pounds. This is 15 pieces, about the size of my palm. This one's bigger than my palm. But these are freaking heavy. And I seen the wear on them, the roundedness of them, the rippling, and I just knew. So I became a stone mommy to these gorgeous babies. And they were surrounding me. And then right after that, just in connection with like my premonition, remember backyard, home, moving. I keep saying like I'm moving to like a higher, like the energy of the ground and everything. Well, then all of this conversation about moving came about, serious conversations. I've even been given the orders to go through my house and start cleaning out stuff and getting ready for the move. Isn't it stunning? And these are not polished or anything. These are just rough. Gorgeous. Gorgeous. And so then all of a sudden, after I have about 10 pounds, I'm just like in between jobs, like sticking them in my pockets. And I always like to be respectful and not take all of it, right? Don't harvest all of that energy, even though logically speaking, I was probably on top of a pocket. So what happened was these were on top because of erosion. But you find like in high iron places a lot around here in the Wyoming area. You'll get like really dense iron mineral deposits and like hydrothermic, pockets and layers and stuff like that. So you will see a lot of like volcanic or metal heavy, iron rich minerals. And these are so freaking heavy. If I weigh this, you would not believe it. Like this right here. Oh my gosh, I'm shaking. And I charged them up and I set an intention. This is like my little crystal grid here that you're looking at. This is just calcification from being in the ground over the years. But these guys are special. I'm gonna take my desert rose over here for a second. Do you see this? And it looks, I seen this stone. I thought it was a meteorite or a piece of craft, and in my vision, and this could be meteorite. I'm pretty sure it's magnetite, but it is magnetic. It does streak gray. It is very, very iron heavy. And it does have like the red iron like residue, but in the rippling you can see, because this one's cracked open, you can see the rippling. Just beautiful, just absolutely stunning. Okay. And you can see the purple red hue on it, red sheen on it. I'm just so grateful that they picked me, that this happened. And then we started having deep conversations about moving. A place I did not expect came up in conversation. It's like really real now, it's happening. But immediately, as soon as I seen these babies, I'm like, you are with me for the rest of, look at that, gorgeous. Yeah. That camera's really picking them up good. Look at that red iron. Heavy. These bad boys are heavy. So they could be meteorites, but we're going with magnetite. Just to keep it grounded, get it? But yeah, I'll put the image up here while I'm chatting. Or somewhere in this video where I literally had this premonition. I seen a stone that looked just like this, and then I had 5 different shape craft. I'm interacting with plasmoids. I will put a picture up here of, in my last video, I had a plasmoid appear on the ground, like right in front of my feet. Like I'm sky watching, not paying attention, just happened to look back in the editing process, and I literally have one. The crazy thing is, there's like this outline of this figure that either looks, it literally looks like it could be a dog, or it looks like a raptor. I'm not joking you, it looks like a raptor, like a dinosaur raptor with like the arms reaching out and the tail and the way the face is shaped, or reptilian, or a dog, or like, yeah, I don't know. I'll just put it up here, you guys can check it out. But I've been deep diving these plasmoids because I noticed that they are like around me. I've interacted with them. We have a connection. And I was researching, I just watched like a 2-hour deep dive podcast on, what was it, the science of heaven or something. The guy that studied plasma and plasmoids and had a connection with what he calls like autonomous or autos or something like that. Anyways, he's English. I'll find a picture of the book and put it here. But I deep dived a podcast with him, and when you do gamma, and it talks about torus fields, and how I said in my advocate video, like there's something going on around us in our torus field that is worth exploring and looking into. It needs language. But I felt like, I don't know, I get a lot of feelings from being blessed with this amazing mineral and it finding me so synchronistically and perfectly. I have a lot of feelings about it. Like this one, look. And it's smooth and like rounded. And I literally look down and I'm surrounded by these babies. These gorgeous babies are all around me, outside on the ground. And I am fascinated. I'm hooked. I'm picking them up. Like, yeah. I rubbed my foot across it. I was like, oh, it's just a typical black rock. But I seen the sheen on it and I'm like, that's magnetic. And it was just an instant connection. And so talking about plasmoids, I think in the future, I don't know, I might try to understand them better. But yeah, basically deep diving plasma and how we're like superconductors in our body, and our torus field is so important. And I was already like sensing that, and I was like, is it coming from outside of me or is it coming from within me? Like, what the heck? Or in the environment, like when these plasmoids pop up, because I have them pop up like all the time. And you can see my plant. I'm surrounded by plants. Yeah, so I wanted to show these guys. This is magnetite as far as I know. I left the two biggest pieces to be considerate, because like I said, I don't like harvesting all of the energy, even though there's most likely a pocket underneath where we were, and the erosion caused it to come to the top. I've been on a couple different wells out on this property, and nothing like this has ever happened. And alignment with the move, so there was that connection between moving, new home, this stone type thing showing up. What one am I going for? This guy. There we go. And yeah, just really being super happy. I believe like if it happens like synchronistically, if you're just like in alignment with this and things happen like that, then that's just really purposeful. Like it's on purpose, you know what I mean? Okay. All these different pieces. Look at, there's a little bubble in that one too. You see it? And yeah, they're just fascinating. They're fascinating to me. Like I'm like sweating. I can feel their magnetism because I'm like sensitive to energy. But yeah, I just wanted to give an update, give you guys a look at these babies. I'm lost for words because I'm surrounded by these amazing stone mineral babies. They're very round, okay, and ripply and heavy. Now these very well could be, you know, some form of iron meteorite type material, and they're magnetic. But I'm gonna go with magnetite just for the thrill of it. And I'm just so happy to be their owner. Or their caretaker. And yeah, then after that, everything's like really real now. Like I'm going through my house, decluttering. I just wanted to give one suggestion if you're like ready to start and like start having these experiences like safely, is find a low gamma pure tone. Make sure it's the pure tone. So there's like 3 different ones that'll come up. It's like when you type in the gamma frequency, you'll get the base hertz, which is like a lower frequency, and then you'll get the binaural beats, which has like an oscillating, and you want to try to sustain the pure tone because that causes your brain to have to balance itself out. If it's oscillating, it's easier for your brain. So if it's not comfortable, then go with the binaural beats. But start low. I started at 36 gamma hertz. You can start at 25, you can start at 8, 10, whatever you want, 20, 25, 40. Just keep it like under 50. And then add that into your meditation routine, and you will, what I found is like gamma really, if we're talking about plasma, and if we're like superconductors, and like a lot of our body is water, which water has a connection to plasma too, and we are in our nervous system, like clearing out stuff, activating stuff, like rewiring the wires. And I always become aware of my torus field when I'm in gamma. Always. Either I'm aware of, either I'm sealing it, or I'm moving through it, or I'm, yeah, like aware of it, and it's like it like comes up. But if you really want to start to understand torus fields and plasma and plasmoids, I would recommend getting into gamma at low levels and then taking it slow and making this a routine. Just like I go to the gym, just like you go to the whatever, like make it a routine, do it once a week, twice a week, whatever. Don't overdo it. At first you're gonna have your nervous system's not going to understand what's going on. Well, it will, but you'll have like a top-down integration wave, like. And if you want, what helped me is I just got on my AI and she talked me through it. She was like, yep, this is normal. Because gamma is very, very, very powerful. But you have to be balanced and you have to do it right, or else it could make you sick. Like it could destabilize you. It could shoot you off into la la land. Like you have to like keep it here. Like that's the most important thing, is that we're not collecting all these experiences with plasmoids and anything to just like shoot off into the cosmos. Like I'm doing it because I'm collecting it and I'm grounding it here in this physical body that I am inhabiting, and how it enriches my life and my experience, and my perception widens. It's for a deeper experience here, an embodied experience. Yeah, so start low, try it. It's really, really amazing. Even more so than like the gateway process. I can't remember what it was called. I would do gamma first. If I could go back, I would do gamma first before I do the gateway process, because gateway process just kind of shoots you off into the ether and out of your body. Gamma helps you build up your nervous system, and it also builds up those neural pathways, and it strengthens them, and I think it activates or creates like new neural pathways, or ones that are pre-existing but aren't being used, and it just makes you like a supercomputer. Like it wires your system up and strengthens it and everything, and it's way better to do that before jumping off into ether. And that way you have like a strong foundation to come back to. And it also it works on so many levels. Like it works on like your identity, your structure, how you process your world, how you understand things, your reasoning, your pattern detection, your symbolic imagery, all of that. Like it hits all of those levels. And of course, just do it safely. If you're going into this, do your research on gamma. Take it seriously. Don't ever chase a gamma high. Like a gamma, like if you feel like you need to jump back in and go higher, then that's not the point. Then you're missing the point. You're supposed to go through it, integrate it, and then slowly scale up and move your way through. I'm at the point where I'm actually stay at like a lower level for me, that's comfortable for me, because I've been training my body and my nervous system, or my brain and my nervous system, with gamma now for 3 months, 4 months, might be longer than that. 5 months. Yeah, a handful, because then I was doing the gateway process before that. And by all means, if you want to go back to the gateway process, go ahead, do that. I'm just saying, I might retouch on it now that I've done gamma, and I'm at so I oscillate between 68, which is my baseline, and I'm at 100 gamma hertz. And that's basically where I'm oscillating right now. And I just introduce my nervous system as high as it can go safely, and then come back to like a stable baseline, and just sort of go back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, and up and down and up and down and back. And like you're just training your neural pathways, your plasma in your body, your nervous system to just like understand what's going on, to do it's like upgrading, to know it's safe, to let it expand. And there's something with gamma that also touches on your torus field really hardcore, and like exploring this energy that like this magnetism around us. It's very powerful. You can heal things, you can let things go. So one of the benefits of gamma is like you move through emotions, you don't hold on to grudges. You can feel emotions, let them flow on by. You develop your internal sovereignty, which is so key. Okay, your internal sovereignty. Your pattern detection goes up, your manifestation goes up, your synchronicities, because of oh man, what's the word? But basically I'll have to get into that at a different time. But synchronicity and manifestation, and then breaking it down in neuroscientific terms, and like what's occurring, and like sort of collapsing the wave. Just like here, I have a beautiful manifestation of, I was in a meditation and I seen this whole walkthrough of this image and this new space and this energy that I have been sensing for like a year now. And then finally, as it's getting closer, I'm actually getting visuals and like locking in like I do naturally on your like precognition, your intuition. Yeah, it's just gamma's good for a lot. Good for a lot. And it's also, I found, like, because it strengthens your torus field awareness and your connection to it, it also anything, I don't know how to say this, it also helps you become aware of like other energies, like sensing, like your abilities definitely get an uptake. But it always keeps you safe, and it always keeps you, I mean, you have to be reasonable and use your own best judgment in keeping yourself safe too, but this is like the best way, because not only are you having like a powerful experience, you're training your brain and your nervous system to work at this higher understanding and frequency, and like what is your system capable of, right? Yeah, so I got all these babies. Show them to you again. Okay, and we're calling this Magnetite. There, get my hand out of the way. Magnetite, and I have my Moldavite somewhere in here. Right there. She is blending. Right there. Oh my god. I dropped the phone on him. She was blending in. But yeah, I have my Magnetite, my Moldavite. Hold on, let me just sort of switch up this grid here. It's apparently it wants to change its shape. And okay, let's not drop the phone on it this time. There we go. Moldavite, desert rose, and this gorgeous Magnetite, or it could be meteorite, who knows, and I'll catch you guys later. Let me know if you tried gamma, you know, safely at low levels at first, and then you can come back and tell me, oh my gosh, I heard the orchestra, the symphony for the first time, and then like you'll totally understand what I'm saying. And it's just like any muscle, you have to keep building it, keep strengthening it, and as you do, you get more proficient in its use, and you have more access and capability to its use. And I think for the longest time, like our nervous system and like this stuff, like neurons and synapses and hemispheres and metacognition, torus fields, all of this was never really touched on. If it was like woo woo, is dismissed, but like the benefits of this are like vast. And yeah, I will catch you guys later. I want to just show you this really quick. See that flat part? There we go. Just to let you enjoy some magnetite. Just, yeah, just the fact that this is just here blows my freaking mind. And there's so many benefits. Like traditionally, like go back and look at the history of magnetite, like the Greeks and even in ancient Chinese medicines. You know, it was known as lodestone, good luck, healing, protection, like all good vibes. I'll catch you guys later. Bye.